Sit turn type sit. Good boy. Ruff.
Sad face.
There we go. Perfect timing.
Sad face.
That's the feeling for today, everybody.
Yowie.
It might change later, depending on how we do this episode. But History and Headlocks, episode 15.
I think so. Okay, we'll go with that. That sounds like a good number.
Maybe 15, maybe 16. We'll see what happens. But if you're new, Mike, Ariana, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the bell for all future episodes of our stuff. Third Announcer's Table. Any other thing that goes on this channel. But Ariana, how are you doing in this fine weather change that seems to be cold, hot, doesn't know whether it wants to be?
Oh, good. Minus the, daylight savings time. Woke up at, I was awake when the time changed. Because I saw it was like 1:58 on my phone, and then suddenly it was 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess the time changed.
Right.
And then I was up at like 9. Yeah. I was asleep like at 4. Technically 4, the new time, So I was up at like 9. And I'm like, why am I up? I don't even know why I was up that late, but it is what it is. I'm a night owl. I'm a vampire.
Oh, Jesus.
So, then I went back to sleep. Woke up at almost 1 o'clock, and I was like, shit. I had to run out.
So let's just say you didn't have a good night's sleep.
Pretty much. I mean, in and out. The last few hours was the best, of course, like always, It's that deep sleep that your body's like, oh, I needed this. So that's why today I'm wearing this shirt. Staying alive. Staying alive. Skeleton drinking the coffee. That's what I feel like today. A skeleton.
I mean, that's the feeling every day at this point, isn't it?
Pretty much. Alive. Staying alive. Yep.
I mean, I just woke up at 9 this morning and really didn't. I completely forgot about the time change, so I was like, oh, okay. I had my bagel, and then that was it. My morning was fine at that point, and then the craziness happens.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Never fails.
Never fails. And it's always special when people tell me, like, they catch me up on things like, oh, did you know that the car that's blocking the driveway was stolen? I'm like, well, really? And then this morning the car's back all of a sudden. It's like, oh, okay. It gets towed and then gets brought back.
You gotta love New York. Gotta love New York.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. But anyway, we're here to talk about wrestling.
Yay, wrestling!
And if nobody's in the know about the last couple of weeks, I mean, hottest time right now to become a wrestling fan or get into it?
I think across the board, yeah.
Because, I mean, everyone's childhood hero went to the dark side.
Broke everyone's heart. Although I'm like...
How many videos did you have to stop until you're like, okay, I had enough seeing children cry?
I mean, and what kills me is how, like, they made the video packages, right, to air on Raw. They made like 10 different packages. I swear to God, it was 10 different packages that they made, right? Different angles of the betrayal and the live reactions of people watching from home and all. It's like, how many times do we have to see this in one episode? We get the point. And then they re-aired everything again on SmackDown. So SmackDown's 3 hours now. They had to fill all that time up. And I'm like, okay, we get it. John Cena's a heel now. We get the picture. We know.
I mean, there's gonna be one day when we become streamers and we're part of those compilations. We're just gonna sit there and be like, it's gonna be like sad, yay! it's like, uh-oh, don't show the people clapping.
I'll be the heel clapping like, yes, Nina!
And I mean, not for nothing, we might do a Gen Z episode one. I'd say more towards the end of the year. Seems more appropriate because we'll see how the stuff that goes. But as for now, we go back in history because that's what we do: history and headlocks. Still don't know who does the headlock part. Maybe I don't know.
I'll do a couple of headlocks. If you push me enough, I'll put you in a headlock.
And I've seen when people push you, and ooh. Especially who try to get a little.
He who shall not be named.
True. But we're here to talk about managers and valets. So
yes.
Do you want? Stupid question, but let's ask it.
Sure.
What is a manager and what is a valet, Ariana?
Well, a manager is somebody in the professional wrestling world who has who manages a wrestler. Right? He's
my God.
He's their spokesperson, basically. He's the one that supposedly sets up matches and gets them title shots, and depending on if he's a face manager or a heel manager, he may get involved in the match as well, or she may get physically involved in the match as well to help out their protege. And then the valet is usually a really pretty young woman who just stands in the corner looking pretty.
You had to say young?
I mean, have we seen? Well, yeah, usually it's a young one.
I mean, Shelton Benjamin's mama has to say something about that?
Hey, she should take it as a compliment. I called her young.
Not that she probably was a young actress that played just an old woman. But...
She wasn't old.
Right.
She was like middle aged. I've seen her on TV shows. She's a pretty well known comedian and actress.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when we talk about managers, like people that are in the wrestling business, what's the first thing that comes to mind usually for you?
For me, whenever I hear that, I think of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Mm-hmm.
The iconic shiesty manager.
And he's before my time, but going back and listening to a lot of his stuff, I mean, the stuff that he would say, or even do, not only just what he would do as a manager, which we'll talk about, but when they gave this man a microphone and the stuff that he would get to say, or like the jokes that would come out of his mouth, like quick one-liners.
Yes. Yeah, he was so sharp.
Right.
He was so sharp. Like he was made for that role. You know, even when he would do commentary, it was just like he was just perfect because, like you said, he was just the one-liners would come out of him as if he's not even thinking. It just slips out, and it would be just perfect timing. And the insults he would throw at people. Yeah, Thea Vidal. Yeah, yeah, she's great. And I absolutely loved him. Because even when he would say things that you should cringe about, you could not help but crack up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember one specifically. I think it was like when Reba McEntire she did the national anthem for WrestleMania, and then Tito Santana came out afterwards too for the first match. And it was just like I don't know how it was set up, but the puncher was like, "Oh, they're related."
Yeah, like yeah, her name is Reba McEntire.
Yeah, it was that.
Oh, Reba McEntire. Oh, my God.
And Guerrero, of course, said, like, would you stop?
Would you stop? They were such a great team, man, those two.
As far as, like, Bobby Heenan goes, I mean, the list of people he was in the corner of, I mean, goes... It starts from Andre the Giant to the Red Rooster.
Yeah, he definitely had a vast list of wrestlers that he represented. And you can't forget also Ric Flair, right?
That's true.
Definitely would have to say he was probably the most lucrative client of his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, when Flair came into the WWF, I mean, it was one of those. There was no bigger fan of his than Bobby Heenan.
Yes.
it never felt forced. It never felt like acted out. It was just like, oh my god, Flair's the greatest wrestler on God's.
Right.
Screw you, Hogan. Flair's the best.
Yeah, and the combination of Flair, Bobby, and Mr. Perfect was just great trio.
And the funny thing is that we see Bobby Heenan a little bit today, in a certain sense with Don Callis, because what was Bobby Heenan's thing? He had a family.
Yes, the Bobby Heenan family, right? Correct, the Heenan family.
Pretty much standouts like Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, Andre the Giant, Haku, Barbarian, the Brainbusters. I mean, he pretty much managed a lot of heels. And
he sure did.
It felt like, looking back on it, he had more guys under his stable than, say, like Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, or like anybody else at the time.
Right. He had like the I'm gonna take a turn that we hear today on AEW, the conglomeration of wrestlers.
But I mean, like when you look back on certain cards, you'd be like Bobby Heenan comes over with one person, the match is over. Then 20 seconds later, he's out walking with another person coming out.
He basically waits like a gorilla, like, come on, let's go.
It's like the Grandpa Simpson meme where he walks in the bar and then puts the hat on the thing and then puts the hat back on and then walks right back out.
Yep. It's like it was like a revolving door for him with everybody he had. Yeah.
I mean, during that time, like, was there anybody else that stood out? Because I mean, there's also there was Slick around too.
And like, Slick.
Like he had like some random ones. Like he managed Rick Martel for a little bit, but
he had Akeem and
Akeem, the African Dream.
Yes.
The Big Boss Man, the Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers. And who else did he have? He had I think it was with Bad News Brown for a bit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he was great. Him, Jimmy Hart, obviously. He had the Hart Foundation, Honky Tonk Man, Great the Hammer Valentine.
Because like with Bobby Heenan, he definitely had like the up and comer guys. For Jimmy Hart, I mean, you could say the same thing too. I mean, he had like Honky Tonk Man,
at the time.
Earthquake,
a lot
of guys that were like pegged to be higher but never went anywhere. But it's also like, I mean, he was with the Hart Foundation early days, but Brad and Jim.
Yeah, he helped elevate them big time once they turned face.
And then Jimmy, once he turned face, became the biggest Hulkamaniac on God's green earth.
Oh, to this day.
Oh my god.
I know.
And the one thing that he did that stood out from all the other managers, especially for the heel ones, he had the megaphone.
Yes, that obnoxious megaphone.
I mean, like where like Bill Alfonso had the whistle, you have Jimmy Hart with the megaphone. Was there any? And also like Paulie dangerously with
his phone, with the big brick phone, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of any other managers. I mean, well, I don't want to go too far into the 90s, but you have Paul Bearer also with the urn. Yeah, that talisman of the urn. Yeah, but you would think that more managers would have more gimmicks,
right?
Gimmicky props with them, you know.
I mean, I'm trying to remember what his name was, but help me. Raven when he was in WWF.
Oh yeah, Raven when he was Johnny Polo.
Johnny Polo. He had the golf club.
He had the golf club, right? Oh, and then you had Jim Cornette with the tennis racket.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say like when managers have stuff like that, it makes them stand out a lot more.
Yep, as usually a heel because they're going to use it as a weapon.
Right.
Right.
Which brings up the woman of the hour that we bring up every time, but she's made a mainstay in the history of wrestling. But was Miss Elizabeth really the only face manager at the time? There was also the lone female manager that would come back like a Jimmy Hart or fucking Bobby Heenan.
I mean, trying to think back, going through the Rolodex in my head.
Especially in the WWF era.
Yeah, I would definitely say she was most likely the only face. Yeah, Fuji, Jimmy Hart, Bobby Heenan, Slick. They were Brother Love. They were all heels.
The Genius,
another heel.
Right.
Yeah, so she would definitely. I would say she was the one face, and it happened to be a woman. Yeah. A pretty little princess woman. And
her role was different from the other guys, which was pretty much just stand there and be the eye candy, which
Right.
I mean, it's objectively just objectifying a woman. Oh,
Oh yes, yes,
yeah.
he did turn face. He had to after a while because he became so mainstream.
I mean,
Hmm.
we also can't forget about the classy Freddie Blassie.
Oh yeah,
And also the Grand Wizard.
yeah. You're going way back.
I
Woo.
mean, but it's like when it's like going back and looking, I was like, because I always saw like images of him, but I was like, who the fuck is the Grand Wizard? Like, respectfully, who is he?
Right.
Because it's like when I'm watching Nitro like years ago on the network, and Kevin Nash is dressed as him, I'm like,
Yeah.
I
I
don't get
mean,
this bit at all.
yeah. I mean, he was a little before my time, I guess that you could say, because I think he was really bigger when I was a toddler in the early 80s. So I just remember seeing pictures of him or video of him wearing like a turban, like a shiny turban and a suit, and I
Right.
think sunglasses, I want to say also.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
I kind of want to hope that's not a turban that he wasn't wearing. He's wearing because I was thinking it's more like if he's a Grand Wizard, it's supposed to be like a wizard hat or whatever the hell he was
the
supposed to portray as.
Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard. Yes. Ernie Roth. His name was Ernie Roth. Yeah, he wore like it was like a turban with like the feather on the front.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, see, here you go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. For people who look him up, people. Just look him up. He was very
True.
very unique looking man. That's for sure.
In an interesting time of wrestling. I mean, because like
Another Grand Wizard popped up in the search. Mm.
I would curious, but also wait till off air.
The racist kind.
Oh, never mind then. We don't need that on this show.
No, we don't. We love and we love everyone on the show. So
a lot of those mainstays managers pretty much come from New York to the WWF territory, but any from the mid South at WCW times that you can think of on top of your head, because no one really is like Baby Doll.
Yeah, I mean Baby Doll, like you said, Paulie Dangerously, obviously. I also remember I guess she was more like late 80s, early 90s, but Alexandra York, who we now know as Marlena or Terry Runnels. She was the manager.
Just saying that too, but that's just from WWE.com.
I know.
So it has a perfect visual of what this is, what he was.
God, what a creep he looks like. Look at that side, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so wide. Who else do we have? We had Teddy Long in WCW. In terms of like other promotions, I don't really recall off the top of my head. But yeah, like you said, there were a lot of women ballets. But in their cases, they actually would be wrestlers too, and would get involved in matches as well.
Right, I share you. Like eventually, will become
the ultimate female manager. She was a manager, not a ballet, a manager.
Yeah, who was willing to take the bumps for anybody? I mean,
she was a trooper.
Ultimate Warrior threw her a couple times a little too hard, but you know what? That woman got back up and
he would fling out the ring like yeet.
It's like one of those things too. It's like if you're like somebody that likes to lift weights, like and you know what you're lifting, like don't you know? And you have to know your own strength too. It's like
I know.
Like, do people just like don't get it, or just like they're just being assholes about it?
Who knows? I mean, this is the Ultimate Warrior. He probably just did not give a shit.
That's true.
You know, he probably was like, "Oh, I could pick double her weight in the gym, so let me just show off and see, how strong I am, and just throw her into the third row."
Because it reminds me, I don't know if you heard this story, but when Brock Lesnar was in OVW, and there was him in Shelton against some random team that Jim Cornette's wife at the time was managing. She was like a demonic character or something like that. She was managed like Batista, but she had her own little team at this time.
Oh, jeez, I didn't know about that.
And when they go on the road, they do the spot where Brock lifts her up, lifts her and throws her outside the ring to her team.
Yeah.
And she tells the story that she got a piercing down there in her area, and she told Brock, "Be careful where you place your hand, because I'm still hurting. So please take care of me." And Brock's like, "Oh, fine, yeah, whatever." So of course he grabs her in the area of her body where it hurts the most, where she got a piercing.
Massive hand.
Yeah, and she said, and Jim says, like, the way she screamed, like, it sounded like bloody murder.
I can imagine.
So grabs, squeezes. That's the other thing too. He squeezed and then
Jerk.
threw. They go backstage, and this is really the story where Jim said, "Like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you in the head."
I mean, why even go through the spot if you know you have a piercing that's healing down there? Why go through the whole spot? Be like, look, let's skip it this week.
She was professional. She knew that. I don't know. It was one of those weird. It's just like hearing that. Like, just reminds me of saying when men have to physically throw women
how you have to grab
on a
them
normal basis.
Right.
You have to be careful where your hands are.
Absolutely. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
But anyway, I wanted to bring up Baby Doll because where Elizabeth was, I mean, like I said, Elizabeth was the queen baby face.
Meek.
Mm-hmm. Baby Doll was kind of this seductive woman who wanted to ruin the American dream, Dusty Rhodes morality. And there's weird promos too where I look back like, wait, what the hell's going on? Where she try to tempt him, and then in return you go, I'm gonna punch you in the face, woman. Like, oh, okay.
That was the time. Domestic violence wasn't considered domestic violence back then.
But the baby face is saying it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a different time. It was a different time. People did not get arrested for that kind of stuff.
I mean, shit. I mean, people set each other on fire like normal and bury each other alive, and no cops are involved.
Ever. It's like they don't exist in this world of wrestling.
Nope.
No.
So let me ask you, do you think there was a certain year or decade where the era of managers died off?
I would say going into like the late 90s is when they kind of started to taper off. You know? Mm-hmm. You started seeing less and less. Like Bobby Heenan stopped being a manager and just stayed as a broadcaster, as a color commentator, right?
Right.
Jimmy Hart, you would still see him pop around and bounce around with Hogan.
Always Hogan.
Sherry, yeah, I mean, once she went over to WCW, she still managed, like she managed Harlem Heat.
Right.
I think that's it, right? I think she only worked at Harlem Heat and maybe one other person.
She was. And they let her go. I think they had her in a love angle with Colonel Bob Parker.
Right. Yes, I remember that. And then they kind of just.
She kind of did the indies and then just retired afterwards.
Right.
Because I'm trying to think like Attitude Era managers. I mean, like it's a lot of valet managers though.
Yeah. You didn't really see a lot. Like you really didn't see maybe like Michael Hayes when he managed the Hardys for a bit. Marlena.
Yeah.
With Goldust.
Jim Cornette was still around.
Cornette, Johnny Polo.
At least for the new generation. He was around in the Attitude Era for a little bit when the NWA tried to invade, and he was there for a little bit. But it's like,
right.
When you think of Attitude Era managers, it's really much Deborah, Marlena,
right.
a lot of women. I mean, China.
A lot of the women, China. You didn't really see a lot of the men. I'm trying. I know there were, but I can't just pull them up off the top of my head right now. But that's when they really started to taper off until like the 2000s, where you really didn't see a lot of managers.
What do you think that is?
I guess it was just a change in the style of the sport. You know, maybe for Vince, for example, maybe he just felt like, we don't really need this anymore. We just need them to work on their own or become factions or something. You know.
Would you say more of like he did want more men managers? He just wanted more female.
It could be. It could be that. It could be he wanted to keep it more like the hot ballet.
Right.
You know, to show off her assets. And it may have also been like very cartoony, a little too cartoony for the Attitude Era.
Right.
You know, to have this cartoonish, larger than life, loud, obnoxious older person on the side, and I could see that. I could see him having that attitude, like this is kind of like run its course, and we want to be more real, and this doesn't feel real anymore.
Because it'd be definitely interesting. I know at the time when he was in WCW, he just wanted to do the commentator thing, and he had a history of neck issues from years ago. But if you put Bobby Heenan in the Attitude Era, just let him unleash.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
God only knows what material he would come up
He
with
would
for
have
certain
been
people.
cutting everybody left and right.
It just feels like when it comes to like certain people, I think like, I mean, would Jimmy Hart really work in the Attitude Era? Probably not.
No, he wouldn't have worked.
Unfortunately, he probably get the F word thrown at him pretty regularly
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, he would. He's a perfect example of a cartoony manager. With the
Right.
bright clothes and the megaphone, like you said. Like it just would have been too much.
I mean, we can't even imagine what Miss Elizabeth would go through. I mean, in WCW, she pretty much sort of went in that direction.
Yeah,
Probably by
yeah,
force, where she because she was always like a timid woman looking,
yeah.
but like once in 2006, it was like a completely different Elizabeth that
Yeah,
came out in the public.
yeah. It feels like she probably felt pressure to be with the times. Like everything was a little more
Risque.
risque, a little more aggressive, a little more. So she needed to tap into a side of her that she probably didn't really have and probably didn't feel comfortable doing. Because there were a lot of times in WCW where she looked like she wanted the ground to open up and swallow her whole.
I mean, she definitely told them, "I'm taking my ball, and going home." But then they're like, "You know what? Let's give you more money and come back to TV." And you know what? So for certain people, money is a powerful thing. Where if they need a paycheck, they'll fucking take a paycheck.
Yeah,
Just tell me what to do.
Yeah, and that's at that point, it's like she and Macho Man were no longer together, and she probably just didn't know what else to do with her life, because she had been doing this since she was a young woman, very young woman. I mean, she was young when she passed away, obviously, but that's all she knew.
That's true.
She was go back working as a receptionist at a gym? No.
I mean, we'll never know. But I'll ask this: but how important is it for managers to be trained professionally too? Like how important is that?
It has. It have to be like that. That's a role. That's a completely different role than being a professional wrestler, right? You have to know how to talk because you're going to be the mouthpiece for a lot of these people. You have to know how to sell what's going on in the ring, right? You need to know what to say when you're outside the ring. You can't just stand there looking like a lump, right? You have to be vocal at ringside. You have to have one-liners so you could throw at the opponent, words of encouragement for your guy, yelling at the referee, yelling at the fans, or whatever the case may be. Like you have to have that perfect timing, and you can't unless it comes naturally to you. Yeah, you need to have. For me, I feel like you need to have some kind of training with that.
Right.
Timing is everything, and also it doesn't hurt to know how to take bumps here and there.
Well, I was about to say because it seems like I'm not gonna call anybody out, but it seems like a lot of times these days they just bring average people in and just say, "Oh, you're gonna be a manager for this person," and then they get half, like 33% of the job, but then it's like when it's time to take a bump, they're like, "What? I'm not doing that."
Right? Exactly.
What do you want me to do physically? It's like
Yeah.
Then it's like, I mean, there was one indie show we went to, and it was like some guy in a suit from the crowd that jumped over and was a manager for one of these dudes. And it seemed like the wrestlers were like taking their shots on this one dude. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but it was like one of those crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Was that the Win show in December?
Yes,
the older guy that was with the right suit.
With the soccer fields inside.
Yeah. That was so random. I was like, "Where's this guy going?" Because he was standing with us in the crowd the whole night.
Yeah.
And he just jumps the barricade, and I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?"
I was a manager.
That was wild.
And the best part is like he's high-fiving the fans and everything, and then it's like one minute later, like one of the wrestlers comes up and just boots him straight in the face. and then he just gets back up and just keeps high-fiving fans. It's like, what?
Like, no selling the kick. What the hell, dude? That was so weird. That's all I gotta say about that. That was weird.
Yeah. And then so the Attitude had the managers, or even if managers, but then the 2000s, like we said, like we were talking about they really capitalized on the eye candy thing. Like Trish Stratus,
Right.
professional model,
Right.
fitness model, and then she comes into WWE. Which is the best thing too is that she was a wrestling fan, so at
Mm-hmm.
least that helps too. Because a lot of these women that they brought in over the years had no clue of what
Nothing.
wrestling was, is, or
They just saw it as a paycheck. That's all it was. A paycheck and maybe some exposure to be in Playboy or something, you know.
well, that and some pervert in the office looked at a magazine and said, "I think we could put her in the ring and put her
That's
in a
for sure.
bikini on free television, a pay per view."
Right. Exactly.
And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I don't know. Like as a woman, like, I don't know how if you want to go off on that because like the idea of just bringing women in for the sake of you're gonna stand next to a wrestler A or wrestler B, and the only thing we're gonna be staring at is your body.
Right. Yeah, it's insulting and demeaning, obviously. You know, especially when you had women who had already been established in the wrestling business, whether they were wrestlers or ballet manager styles, right? Like,
Right.
they could have just utilized them in different ways. They could have done double shifts as wrestlers and as managers if they wanted to. And it just took away from all their hard work by bringing in these models, if you want to call them that, or whatever the case, wherever industry they came from, and giving them all that exposure.
Yeah, because it definitely seems like when the idea of valets over managers took away a lot of the female wrestler spots.
Absolutely, it did.
Because I mean, Kelly, nothing against her as a person, but 19-year-old exhibitionist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's creepy.
and the stories of Paul Heyman showing her how to dance and how to strip.
Oh my god! Like, it's just, you really think how creepy that must have been backstage.
Right.
It's creepy. Like, it's just so off-putting.
Right. And then they give you
Yeah.
legit female wrestlers like Mickey James or Victoria,
Right.
who are friends with a lot of these women, which is the funny thing. Think about it. It's like, you think you think like, they hate each other, like they despise all the models. Meanwhile, like,
I
oh
mean,
no, like they understood what was going on, but it's also like it's not the model's fault.
no, yeah. I mean,
It's the company's fault.
I would think a lot of the more established women who came through, especially somebody like Mickey, who came in through the indie scene as Alexis Lurie, where they were put in a lot of compromising situations. I'm sure they understand, and they probably just wanted to protect these girls who came in to make sure that they felt safe,
Right.
because nobody else was going to help them feel safe. But fellow women, you got to protect. We have to protect each other. We have to take care of each other. You know.
And she'd be training to be a wrestler, but also when it comes to time to do shows, either TV, she'd be going into a valet, which for some women they take the opportunity and say, you know what, I'll embrace it. And then some women unfortunately say, you know what, fuck this, or just leave the business altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I mean it's a very touchy thing when it comes to women's, like talking about a lot of the women's stuff they used to do compared to what they do now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the amount of women wrestlers we have now compared to
Right.
what we had like 10 years ago alone,
Exactly. And
not even like maybe 5% of them are still valets, but at least it's like with a purpose.
right. I mean, sure. Like, you have like Scarlett, right? Like, Scarlett right now is she's a wrestler. I mean, she can wrestle, I guess.
But
Not the greatest,
she's paired with her husband.
but she's paired with her husband as basically his manager valet. Basically, she's kind of used as eye candy, but not in a obvious way.
No.
Like, she's not out there parading her body left and right like some of the girls will have to do. She's there. She's with her husband. She's supporting him. She'll wrestle when the occasion calls for it. And she's like a true professional. You know?
I mean, like Maxine Dupree was a model Asian woman who once had a brother, but then the brother died. I don't know how anybody explains that one.
And now his doppelganger is a U.S. champion.
Funny enough.
Look at that, yeah.
And then Jayla Parker, who's taking the internet by storm, like she valet
Mm-hmm.
Because it's that weird stereotype where like when they get them out of regular clothes and put them in ring gear, and these women choose the ring gear, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows like how much that just changes a lot of perspective. I would say, I don't know, or
Yeah,
at least the women know how to use the internet to their advantage.
they do. They know how to. They definitely know how to use it to their advantage. But at the same time, they're still taken seriously as the performer.
Right.
Because they have skills to back it up. So it's not like just some like back in the day, like I don't know, Stacy Keibler. She didn't
Right.
know what she was doing in the ring, even
Oh
with
hell no.
training. She didn't know, but that wasn't her purpose. Her purpose was to show off her legs and her little butt.
She,
That was it. That was her only purpose.
she was the tall one with the long legs. That was her character.
That's it. That's all she was. Same thing with Tori Wilson. Like she didn't know what she was doing in the ring either, even if she trained to try and learn. But her purpose was to be gorgeous.
I mean, eventually you would have Valets like Trish to become arguably one of the greatest women's wrestlers
Yeah,
the company ever seen.
she took it seriously. She's like, if I'm gonna do this, if you're gonna have me out here, then I want to learn how to wrestle.
Right.
And it was the greatest thing that she could have done for herself. She was a natural in the ring,
Right.
and I mean, look at her now, almost 50. She's still doing it, and still looks like she's in her 20s.
It's interesting to say like what the landscape of wrestling is now, where it's like you still have your female valets, you have some like you have your weird old grandpa Paul Ellering in the corner with all these women. Like, we're the managers, we're the business people for our clients.
I know.
And it's like you should go home, Grandpa.
Yeah, I mean it's and yeah, that's he did go home, didn't he?
Yeah, they fired him.
You got to go home, bro. You can't keep up anymore.
Right.
but but it's true. Like you do see like a lot of the women doing their thing. Like even Ivy Nile, right? Like she's great, fantastic wrestler, but she will kind of take the role of manager or valet for the Creed brothers or Chad. They'll do that.
Right.
And even when Zelina Vega, when she was in the LWO, she was always at ringside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes when she gets to show what she can do, she most of the time shows off. But then it's also when she's in a manager role, it's usually to be the translator for a guy like Andrade, who the company teams can't speak English.
Exactly. Even though he can, just let him speak.
Right. Just has the company ever thought of let them try?
Get them English lessons so they can refine it. Just help them out.
I mean, that was the one thing we learned with Stephanie Vaquer when she did an interview on Busted Open. She goes, like, she had the choice to go main roster NXT. She goes, let me do NXT because let me learn. Let me learn the language. Let me learn.
Right.
All that stuff. Like, she's not a dumbass. She knew what she was signing herself up for.
Yeah.
And she knew her English had to be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because unfortunately, the product today, you've got to learn English.
You have to.
You have to speak to the dumb Americans.
You have to, unless your role is the quiet one, like Shinsuke, or where he'll speak a little bit and then he'll bust out his Japanese and he'll put the the closed captioning for us, the subtitles,
Or you have one of those like funny segments with Asuka, screaming each other in Japanese. And then the one English word they know is bitch.
Yes, exactly.
And that just reminds me of like one manager in the Attitude Era we forgot about was Mr. Yamaguchi.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, the only classic thing everybody would know him for is choppy pee-pee.
Your pee-pee.
Yeah. Which is another one of those things where we need to address it, where it's like managers who have an ethnic background that the company just says, fuck it. Go full 100 out there.
Right, like Mr. Fuji, right?
Or, I mean, like I see the thing. I mean, like the most of the time when you see her on TV, she's wrapped in a Puerto Rican flag. She's like wearing something from like her culture,
right?
And then meanwhile, before that, I was like, no, you had no problem with Andrade. You're dressing like a normal businesswoman, but
right.
Does anybody else see the parallel differences?
Yeah,
it's not just me, the ignorant white person that's looking at this being like, wait a minute, what?
No, but you know what? Excuse me. Oh wow. In this day and age, it's a little different because it's not like they're not using culture to make a mockery of a person or a stereotype. Like people are using culture now as pride, as a
Right.
way of being, as inclusive, as diverse, as DEI. But it's in a positive note. Like, yeah, she's Boricua, she's Puerto Rican, and she's very proud, and she's gonna go out there with her big Puerto Rican flag cape and be as Puerto Rican as possible because that's who she is and that's what she loves to be.
But as a counter argument, wouldn't it just feel like it's slapping in the face, like she's Puerto Rican, or like when Damian Priest comes out, like he's wearing a Puerto Rican flag, like he's also Puerto Rican.
No. As a woman of Latin culture, of color, even though I'm not very dark, I'm still considered a woman of color. I think it's a beautiful thing because it's being done in a tasteful manner. It's being done in a positive manner. They're not going out there acting like stereotypical Hispanics and doing what the white people in charge think Puerto Ricans should look like on screen.
Right.
They have control of their own culture representation.
I mean, God only knows, like, if ever Investment Man was laid up at night looking up whatever culture he was looking at, that next person he saw like, I have an idea for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what this culture's about. It's like,
right.
No.
Yeah, see, that's the difference.
Right. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like I said, when Selena comes out, all of a sudden she's, like, Puerto Rican colored out. She's walking around with a chocolate in her hand because, like, if everybody knows about the culture, you get hit with that. Like,
I would say that might be the one thing that's like, really? But
I mean, at least like she's not full on speaking Spanish now. It's like it's like the Apollo Crews thing years ago, where when he turned heel and then he had this Nigerian accent, and he says like, "Oh, I've been hiding it forever." It's like, what? No, like respectfully, no.
Right? Yeah. See that's weird. That's weird.
That's like, and like back to managers. I mean, most managers they take it to the nth degree. I mean, Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Right.
That was one manager who pretty much, I don't know what, Cuban? He's supposed to be Cuban?
I think he was supposed to be Cuban, yeah.
Well, he is Cuban, but the amount of fucking cigars in his jacket pocket.
Yeah. Very stereotypical old Cuban man kind of gimmick, right?
And I don't know if anybody remembers his real introduction where he said like watching wrestling back in the day on his little television in the jungles of wherever country he said he's from, and then he found the monster Umaga, like, fucking killing animals in the jungle for survival.
Meanwhile, they're not even from the same country.
he went on safari and found one. Oh,
he went to Samoa on vacation and.
And now you're gonna go and kill Ric Flair because I hated him back in the day. It's like, what?
Yeah, not
a lot of manager introductions were never the best when it came for ethnic people. Like,
back then, not at all. It was very insulting to say the least.
I mean, Teddy Long, like back in the day, like I don't know if you've seen old pictures of how Teddy Long used to look, but no teeth or
of course.
But that was like one look he had. But
wearing a do-rag, the suit.
And shouting out O.J. Simpson, "Keep up the work, brother." Those were definitely some interesting promos back in the day. But early 2000s, Teddy Long, when he's no longer a referee, and holla at me, players, like. My boy Rodney Mack about to take on two white boys.
Yep.
As a kid, it would just be so funny because the following contest is a white boy challenge. Like,
that was wild. It was wild, but you couldn't help but laugh with it though.
That cracker Stone Cold is against us, man. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he really went all in with that.
Hall of Famer Teddy Long, but it's also Tuesday.
I love him though.
For managers like that, they know what the company sort of wants,
right?
So they're willing to turn the knob a little bit, or just go a little more than who they really are. Because
Yeah.
Teddy Long's not out there being like this, or maybe he is, or I don't know.
I mean, even wait, we never know. Listen, we don't know what Teddy's up to.
I mean, shit,
But
he
even
could be
like,
smoking up blood and pretend to be a pit
I mean,
like we care.
in today's era, we see Prince Nana,
Right.
right? Like I mean, the Prince Nana character is basically just an extension of Nana himself. When you meet Nana outside the ring, you realize, yeah, that's him, all right. Like just.
Yeah. I'm saying that's but he has a
Colorful.
royalty background, right? That's what his gimmick is from.
Right, he's a prince from Ghana.
He's okay.
Prince Nana from Ghana.
The Prince of Nana.
He was a prince from Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana. And you see him now. He still does that bit of the royalty gimmick. Obviously, he has his crown on and the robe that
his coffee that he throws away before he dances.
Yes, really good coffee. I will say. That man knows how to market himself, man.
I mean, is there any other managers that come to mind when you think of because I mean, I think the thing we'll get into next is not a lot of managers these days. Does nobody want to be a manager anymore?
I feel like when you look at I see AEW has a small little handful of managers right now, like Prince Nana. You see MVP, even though he does wrestle from time to time. He manages. What is that, you guys?
Jay, to answer your question, yes. Bring that up.
Yeah, sure.
I'm very interested to see what the list consists of.
Yeah, absolutely. MVP manages, the Her Syndicate when he's not wrestling, which is not that often these days. No. You have Alex Abrejantes that comes out with Commander and was with the Lucha Bros. I mean, we know his role was really the translator for them, but he's very much involved in matches. I mean, he took a crazy bump last night on Collision.
Right.
Don Callis. Mm-hmm. We'll see your girl Layla Gray.
Well, a lot of these people were mentioning is also former wrestlers too, who you mentioned MVP. He wrestles from time to time, but
right. And Don Callis used to wrestle.
Yeah, a lot of these people can't do it for certain reasons, or
yeah. They may have suffered an injury. They couldn't do it anymore. They just felt like maybe it just wasn't for them, but they still wanted to stay in the business in some other kind of capacity, so they became managers on screen.
Right. I mean, we'll look at Sunny here, where
right.
I mean, how could we forget about her? Because I mean,
yeah, Sunny was the original diva.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about where Elizabeth was the lone face female. I mean, you had a woman like Sable, but a lot of both of them, Sunny and Sable, had the bodies for them.
Right.
Not the bodies for the business, but the bodies where the owners or people are trying to say, you know what, I'd rather put them out there.
Right. And Deborah
as well. I mean, a beauty pageant queen who all of a sudden just wants to show her tits to the world. Melina was another example of a woman.
These pictures are so weird because you don't see their heads, you just see their bodies. The hoes. Really? The hoes?
Okay.
I
mean...
Oh, Harvey. Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, they tried a lot of things with Harvey, didn't they?
This is the top?
Top 50s.
This is what they start with? Oh, Davari. This is their list. This is just their top 10.
My safe guess is just a list of 50 managers from.
That's what I'm thinking, because there's no way the hose is above Bobby Heenan.
That'd be funny. Because 50 is the best.
Oh, but Sunny shouldn't be number one if that's the case.
I don't know.
Wait, go back up. I think you skipped China. Yes, you did.
Yeah, what's with the
China? Why are we only seeing women's bodies and not their faces? Except for the
report. I mean, Stacey Keebler. I mean, that's just.
Oh, this is somebody's actual personal list. I see my Striker. Yeah, I love Striker, man. He's such a good dude.
The teacher.
Really? Who the hell did this list?
McFlair. Okay, fine. So tied wrestler.
Bill Alfonso. Yeah.
I mean, also let's just mention talk about Belfast a little
Fonzie.
bit because with Tristratus we talked
Trish.
about,
Her
but
boobs.
in the land of extreme, the land of extreme, where you have the evil referee or corporate referee,
Oh yeah,
but
Arnold Scotland. That's a throwback. Arnold Scotland.
Eric Bischoff,
Eric Bischoff. Mm-hmm.
Rico.
Rico.
It was nice to see him recently on AEW.
I wish he would have been more permanent. That
Yeah,
was a
but
great concept having him with MXM.
Scott D'Amore,
Okay.
Jillian Hall, which was one of those weird ones where a beautiful woman, but
Hornswoggle.
let's put a thing on her face just as the
What the
boogeyman
hell was
eat it.
that? That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle. Cindy
Cyndi
Lauper.
Lauper.
Okay.
All right.
She had her moment, sure.
Oh,
Oh
God.
God.
Next.
Charmel. Queen Charmel. The Queen.
Victoria.
Victoria. Wait.
Who technically should be on here is on here twice because she was a hoe.
Yeah, because she was a hoe, but she never really managed anyone else after that.
The Bell Twins.
Who did they manage?
All the celebrities that came in to host Raw.
Okay.
Not for nothing. When WWE would roll out the celebrities,
Yeah,
the
Sinister Minister. That's my boy. That's my man right there.
I love the story of him with the eyebrows, where he constantly has to buy glue sticks to make sure the eyebrows stay up.
I know. Should do that one day with mine. They're long enough.
Just have an evil look on your face everywhere you go. Yeah, Paul.
I already do anyway.
Paul Owen, Terry Reynolds. I believe I think she was a makeup girl before she started.
I probably think so.
Teddy Long, we talked about.
Steven
Richards. Just that's the perfect face to just say stop the tits.
Yeah, right. Michael Hayes, right? Yeah, we spoke about him. Wait, Michael Purely Sexy. Oh, P.S. I never knew that's what P.S. meant. There goes Armando Estrada. Yeah, there goes Cuban character. Yeah, Mr. Fuji. Love Mr. Fuji. Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
He was so cute. Oh yes, Paul Bearer.
You want to talk about sexy?
Oh yeah.
Paulie
dangerously cut his whole head off. Luna. That's right, because she had Bam Bam and the oddities.
I think she even managed her husband to go for a little bit.
Yeah, she did. The Grand Wizard. There he goes.
Yeah.
JJ Dillon. Yeah.
Yes.
Can't forget about JJ.
4 Horsemen.
Yeah. Slick. My brother loves Slick. I think that one of his favorite managers of all time was Slick. Miss Elizabeth, the lovely Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, my girl.
44. So
Lita. Yeah. I can't forget about Lita. Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Vicky. Oh, one word.
Excuse me.
Well, two words that would make people fucking want to rip their ears off.
Captain Lou. He's a nice guy. I got to meet him at a USA Pro show or something. I forgot.
And last but the best.
The GOAT. Another man that was very nice. He was such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful man to meet.
It just sucks that Heenan didn't last longer. Like his health just fucking...
No. Yeah, when I met him, he was already, like, I think in the beginning stages of his cancer. Because he had lost a lot of weight at that point. And you could hear, like, his voice has changed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He got a little raspy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, unfortunately, with officially, he looked very different. It was sad. It was sad to watch.
Yes, it was. It was because he lost his voice, and that was his.
You thought Leo Rush as a manager?
I didn't get to see Leo as a manager, but I know he did for a bit. But I didn't get to see hit that. I really had nothing to input.
I mean, WWE, he was really there. It was just to be like, like the small black man with the big black man, Bobby Lashley. And just like Lashley or Leo would be like bend over, Lashley, show him the good stuff, and Lashley would bend over and show his ass to the public.
Jesus Christ! This was pandemic era.
No, before it.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah. Just sounds like something you would see during the pandemic or just to keep people,
But
entertained.
he had that man. He was not that person that was like Lashley, 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 like during his
Right.
entrance, during his matches. It was like one of those rare managers that gets a mic during people's matches, so you hear him.
Uh-huh.
I mean, one forgotten manager, Abraham Washington, AW,
Abraham
where
Washington.
yeah, they put him with the primetime players, and he made a Kobe Bryant rape joke on live television, and then he was
Oh,
fired.
people just don't. They're so tone deaf. Like there's certain things you cannot talk about anymore.
Yeah. Because in context, it was like, come on, try to speed this man up because I got a girl waiting for me in the hotel room, and I'm about to be balling like Kobe Bryant. It was like some jumbled up nonsense, and then it was like oh, you're definitely done. And he was fine the next day.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Just even making a Kobe joke like that. Period.
Years after what happened.
Now he's gone. Like, come on, man. No need for that. Too soon. Too soon.
This was 2013.
Oh, never mind. He was still alive. Yeah. Yeah, no. Not good. Not good.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's no. Absolutely not.
Because look at that list. Like he was actually a lawyer,
And he was a lawyer as well. Look at that. Like,
even bigger moron.
yeah, a lot of lawyers. I worked with lawyers. They're freaks.
One of them, we mentioned it when his name popped up, but J.J. Dillon being manager for the most famous factions in wrestling.
Yes.
Where it seems like it's like with them and the NWO, there's been a lot of copycats and a lot of like when people are trying to make a faction, they always say like, okay, you're gonna be the Rick, you're gonna be the Arn, you're gonna be the
Right.
JJ, you're gonna be the baby doll, like.
Right. Or you're gonna be the muscle.
And unless the wrestler knows who that person is, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm
would
Rick
hope
now?
they know. You would hope that they know.
Right.
I mean, if you're in the business, you better know your homework. You better have done your homework and your history.
Because like the Dangerous Alliance was pretty much a copy of the Four Horsemen,
right?
Where like Rick Rude would be Ric Flair, or like Paulie Dangerously was in the role of J.J. Dillon,
right?
And then like Medusa would be the baby doll of that group,
right? And then you had like when the Hart Foundation expanded
with the whole family,
right? And Brett was kind of like the wrestler and the mouthpiece for them at the same time.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But that's another thing that I wanted to mention. How like it as managers started to fade away, and the faction became really, really prominent in professional wrestling, where you wouldn't have a manager per se, but you'd have that one wrestler that was the ringleader of the whole thing, and he was the one that would be like pushing people. Not so much pushing. Well, depending. Some of them will push the other guys around depending on the person. Like Christian right now, right? Like Christian is the ringleader for the patriarchy, and you see him push around Lucha, Kill Switch, but then treat the others like royalty, right?
And as one of their mothers as a valet.
Exactly.
Right.
She's the pretty face in the group,
Right.
It's like a formula to it now,
Right, where it's like Chad Gable with American Made. He's like he's supposed to be the single star, but he's also like the manager as well.
Right. And White 6 when you have Uncle Howdy running the, and then when Carrion had his faction there for a couple of months, even though Paul Ellering should have been the manager,
and Paul,
right?
He's still like the mouthpiece,
but he was the leader, right?
Right.
Yeah, because you barely ever heard Paul Ellering talk.
Right.
Just stood there with his mug, like.
It's interesting you say that because it kind of feels like that where more managers or valets are actually in ring
right
talent as well. Because like Sonya Deville, she had her own faction, but she was also like technically a manager still too.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. Like that's what we're.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying that's the trend right now. Yeah.
Sometimes it's either by force or it's just that they have an injury and they have to sit out for that one. But But if you see them too many times in that role, it's like, okay, you're just the manager at this point. You're just the spokesperson.
Yeah, even like, I briefly mentioned her, Layla Gray in AEW, where she manages Top Flight, but she still wrestles. You still see her wrestle Ring of Honor shows and occasionally on Collision or Dynamite.
Right.
But for the most part, when she's at ringside, she is representing them.
I still appreciate when they pulled out the pilot attire stuff. Like, it was like an interesting little take they took. It was like, listen, we're not okay fucking TV time. Let's do something to stand out. Let's
I like
dress
that.
up a different way.
It was really cute, and it's unfortunate that the whole group run was short, but I understand why they had to split them up because it's 2 tag teams and it's like, who's gonna win the title if they do? That's you can't have 2 tag teams. Because that would naturally cause tension, right? So it played out the way it should have, I think.
It's usually the girl's always the one in the middle of everything. Like I want her, or no, it's like I want her. It's like, oh,
yeah, exactly. Right.
Meanwhile, speak to Layla's real life husband, who says I have her.
Who's a wrestler too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Julia Hart too.
Right.
I
mean, let's think of the Julia Hart before she became this Julia Hart. She was a
cheerleader.
Dumb blonde cheerleader.
Cute little cheerleader, right?
Yeah. And she said in an interview where she said, if I didn't change that gimmick, I would have been dead in the water. I would have been fired.
She would not be there. Nope.
Hell no. Now, Greg Harrison's the female cheerleader just running around Ring of Honor.
Right. And Maria Canales. Is she still around?
Her contract expired. They let her go.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Shoot. Wow, that's surprising considering, she was pretty prominent in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but we know TK doesn't care.
Yeah, I guess so. You would have thought they would have brought her in. Well, they for some reason, they separated her from her husband.
And he's still there, too.
Yeah, him and Taven are still kicking it.
That's weird.
But we haven't seen them around in a bit. The focus has really been more on Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So as we're about to, I guess, close up on managers and valets, I told you top 5.
Top 5.
When we're talking about rep managers, valets, any way you want to define them, it's your top 5. But your top 5 of managers.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan.
Okay.
Paul Heyman.
Okay.
I would say personally, Sherry.
Okay.
Definitely Sherry. Miss Elizabeth. You can't have the list without her. And the 5th one, for me, is more of a personal preference. I had brought it up earlier, but Sinister Minister. I love him. I wish we could see him more mainstream and not just at NWA doing crazy segments on TV with white powder, but
yeah, I mean, going back in the ECW days where he used to do like promos or pay-per-view advertisement, and then cut to Mikey Redbreak naked as a pig.
Yeah, it was just, he was wild as hell, like freak and a half, man.
I mean,
I actually would love to see him in AEW. I don't know. I think he would fit in with AEW very well somewhere in there.
I mean, it's crazy to see when the days of TNA came about, and he caught my eye. I was like, "Who the hell is this evil bastard?"
Yeah, he just has such a great look. Like,
we talked about before. He had the voice, presentation, the different colored suits. I mean,
yeah, his look, that evil devilish look that he had. Wow. It's just awesome.
And I mean, this was me not knowing anything from him from ECW. Like when people say, "Oh, that's a Sinister Minister," James Mitchell. It's like, oh, but same person.
Sinister Minister. Yeah.
Right.
And that was a great, what a great name, the Sinister Minister. Are you kidding me? That's so perfect. Simple. It's simple. It rhymes and it's the complete opposite of each other, but there are a lot of Sinister Ministers out there, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. He was the representation of that.
Yeah. I mean, in TNA too, when he was paired with Abyss, I mean, another perfect example of what a manager is. Like, he's the mouthpiece of a monster that doesn't that can't speak. Yeah,
like I feel like, he could, and also with when he was in WCW and he was the the mouthpiece for Canyon.
Oh yeah, Mortis.
Mortis.
I forgot what the hell his WCW name was. Shit.
Who?
James Mitchell. I know he had a different name in WCW, but Jay's probably gonna have that.
Yeah, Jay, look it up because I can't. I don't know. I only remember him as Sinister Minister and James Mitchell.
Right. I mentioned the Abyss before. I mean, I'm happy to see that Abyss is going to be in the WWE game, which I think a lot of people who are WWE fans are probably thinking, who? But the diehards are going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
Abyss guy in the WWE game because he's a producer backstage.
Listen, you got to represent him somehow. If he's an employee, you got to give him his props as what he achieved as a wrestler. You know, even though he always came off as a bit of like a Kane, Mankind hybrid.
Yeah.
Father James Mitchell. Right.
Right, but that was a TNA. I thought in WCW had a different name. Something's.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. See, I think it's rewind. And me mentioning him being in AEW, I could see whenever Killswitch comes back, James Vandenberg, right?
Yes.
Some random ass name, like his real name or something.
Yeah, it was James Vandenberg. I knew it was a weird name.
Yes.
Last name, at least.
Yeah, it's one of those that out of my head. But if he were to ever come into AEW, I think he'd be a great manager for Killswitch after Killswitch turns on Christian, because he could be the mouthpiece for him. They have that dark feel to them. Maybe try to get Killswitch away from that damn dinosaur look and make him just more like a modern day Mortis. Because that's who I see. Anytime I see Luchasaurus, I see Mortis.
Yeah, he kind of moves like him too. He has the ability like him. I mean, that's
like him.
That's not a bad pitch.
They look alike. I mean, when you see him without his mask and you saw Canyon without his mask, they have a very similar look. They look like they could have been brothers or father and son or something.
It's just that when you think like, who's Luchasaurus going to be paired with? You think like, oh, like we have Jake the Snake Roberts here. It's like they're both reptiles. It's also like Jake can barely talk.
I know, poor thing. Everything caught up to him.
Right.
Ugh, sucks.
I mean, is Jose the assistant around still?
No, he got let go.
I know, but it's also like,
where is he?
Like manager names, like you're Jose the assistant.
Jose el asistente.
Don't have it cool like that. Just Jose the assistant.
Yeah, but he, the dude had a really good look though. Strong dude, handsome man. Talked a lot of shit. Shame he got let go.
Yeah. So for my top five, I'm in agreement with you on all four. But instead of James Mitchell, for me, I'm gonna put China in there.
Nice.
Because I think not for nothing, if you don't have China, the Triple H character would be what it would be.
Absolutely correct.
Because because Triple H put in the work like he did for like when it came to go in the ring, but China, that presentation where it's like it's the rich kid and this bionic woman that they always called her, or some weird woman.
The ninth wonder of the world. Right.
Because
that's a good pick.
I mean, we've seen a lot of people over the years try that. Joey Janela had his own bodyguard woman, Kayla Rosie.
Yeah, and ECW had what's her name?
Nicole Bass.
Nicole Bass, yeah.
So it's another one of those things where like people have tried to recreate it, but nothing can change or
China's China.
Mimic the magic of what it once was.
I mean, the closest person we see now is Rhea.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while then, when she wasn't wrestling, it was kind of, are you going down the China route, or like, what are you doing?
Right, exactly. Big strong woman that could kick any man's ass. Yeah, that's a good pick, and I think an honorable mention would be Paul Bearer.
Yes,
we can't forget Percy.
It's also weird too for him, like with his character compared when he's compared with Kane and the Undertaker. When later on, them both would become promo guys. I mean, I don't know how you feel about them talking later on, but like the early days when like the earliest days with the Undertaker, it worked.
Yeah, right.
Because that was when the Undertaker did not speak. He'd say like one line.
He was a zombie. Rest in peace.
Or Kane at one point, he didn't talk at all.
At all, right? He was super silent. Yeah, it worked. He helped elevate their characters.
Right.
Definitely, they had to come into their own. Because Taker is a great talker. He is a great talker. Because as soon as, especially during the Ministry era when he was demonic Taker, like his promos were killer.
Right.
Killer.
And it felt bad looking back because Paul Bear would just stand there, and unfortunately, he was as biggest as he ever was. Weight-wise, it was like you don't need Paul Bear, unfortunately. Let the man sit down or let him work on his life. But he doesn't need to be on TV constantly.
Right? Yeah. He kind of became irrelevant after a while. Yeah, he did.
Right.
Because he was another one that was just a very cartoonish character.
Absolutely.
And then when things started to evolve with the Attitude Era being more realistic, he kind of just didn't fit in that much. He would just be a background character for Taker and Kane.
Like, can you imagine Paul Bear changing up his gimmick to match the Undertaker? He's like,
American Badass.
Yeah, American Badass. Like Paul Bear's on the motorcycle following him, dressed up in old denim.
He's in the sidecar, like Batman and Robin. Still carrying the urn though, because that's still iconic, with a leather jacket on. He would, you know what? He would have to tap into his old Percy Pringle gimmick. When you look at the old Percy Pringle gimmick, when you see his pictures with the bleach blonde mullet,
right,
and the sunglasses and some snazzy suit, that's who he'd have to become.
Right.
It's
just like when you talk about Bobby Heenan's clients, like Paul Bear's clients, like it would be Undertaker, Kane, Eli Drake, Rick Rude, like all these pretty boys. You're thinking the mortician dude is with him?
Yeah,
Well, that was just a side gig he had in his personal life, but like once he brought that up, it was like that character came to life. I mean, also too, like when Paul Bear was around, he had the Mankind's, the Vaders, the weird off, supposed to be spooky characters, but
scary, monstrous,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But just the visual, Paul Bear in the sidecar with the Undertaker,
holding the urn up in the air, like, yeah, keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
That's so great.
This shit right here.
Oh shit!
Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
I highlight the honorable mention. I mean, shit.
Yep. Hi.
Why was you with her?
I don't know. Hey, I look cute today. I guess.
I know she's the main attraction, but damn it.
I think I don't know. Jay was good. You're giving me the.
Speaking of
where did
wrestling,
Mike go? What's going on? There we go.
Oh no! Oh my god! He's playing around with us. Just a sidecar thing. I mean, maybe he's trying to find a mashup or whatever the fuck he's trying to do.
I would love to see a somebody draw an animation of that, but like in Batman and Robin style, the old school, comic book style like that. It'd be so cool.
I'm trying to think of like a quote. I'm trying to think of like a quote from like the Batman, but it was like oh geez, Batman, oh geez, Undertaker, we need to go save your wife.
God, I know. Gee willikers.
Jay, please play This Week in Wrestling drop.
Chris Daniels and Jake Roberts was supposed to know. I know that. See, I could see both of them would have been a great pick to manage the ministry. I think, especially Jake at that time, because he was the epitome of demented, demonic, sinister, evil.
Yeah. Especially with the storyline too, where it's like the ministry are harassing the McMahon family. Like, it would have made sense if it was Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Like I doubt they were going to say this on TV, but I'm an alcoholic asshole because of you.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
And like, the Chris Daniels, especially Chris Daniels, but do we know how tall he is compared to the Undertaker?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's an average sized man, height wise, definitely. Yeah, I think about it, because when I was standing next to him at Forbidden Door a couple of years ago. He wasn't that much taller than me.
No,
Not at all.
There's no way he's above 5'5".
He was probably like 5'7" the most. I had to look up at him a little bit when I spoke to him, but other than that, yeah, he's not.
You gotta look up his stats.
Look up his stats.
Oh, he's 5'5". Let me go talk to him.
No.
This week in wrestling history, please, Jay, please.
Do we got it?
This is
Headlocks presents This Week in Wrestling History.
This is the off the rails episode, everybody.
He did go off the rails.
Yeah,
That's cool.
expect that from time to time, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start us off.
All right. This
Please.
week in wrestling history, March 6, 1996, in his last match with WCW before leaving for WWE, Johnny B. Bad dropped the WCW World Television Championship to Lex Luger at a WCW Saturday night taping in Macon, Georgia. Okay.
From what I remember, or what I know is that apparently that Vince wanted Johnny B. Bad. He didn't want Mark Marrow.
Right.
Because he thought he the copyright stuff. So he thought he was getting Johnny B. Bad, but no, he got the wild man, Mark Marrow.
The wild man, Mark Marrow, right. Completely different from
Yeah,
the Little Richard gimmick.
yeah. Mark Marrow is one of those interesting characters, people in the wrestling world where, like, you see his Johnny B. Bad stuff, it's completely different from what he become later on.
Correct. Completely different.
I'm like, I hate women. Okay, wild man.
Yeah, he is an interesting person. It's just weird how he was playing his original gimmick. Johnny B. Bad is basically he's a motivational speaker now.
Yes.
A black man, but he wasn't black, or so he says.
Was that really his original thing?
I don't know what he did before Johnny B. Bad, to be honest. I've only known
I
him
remember him
from
coming
Johnny B.
out
Bad
in
on.
big cape, sparkling, and then like shooting his load off cannons.
Yes, but you know, what I mean, when you look at the Johnny B. Bad, it was a Little Richard. Like, I'm bad. Like, if you see Little Richard, that's how he was. The look, the hair,
And then the load.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kablam.
But like, Little Richard was a black man, but Johnny B. Bad says he is a Jewish guy.
He was a semi-pro boxer. We know that. Well, what was Johnny B. Bad?
Right.
We
saw him do.
It was just a weird-looking dude with a big cape and just ran around.
No, he wasn't. If Jay puts see Little Richard. He puts a picture up of side by side. You'll see it. That's exactly who he was emulating. Little Richard spoke like him, moved like him. You know.
I will say for for somebody that did boxing, the moonsaults that he used to pull out. I mean, holy shit!
Oh, he was. Listen, the dude was talented in the ring.
Right.
Very athletic. Great look. He had a really great look. I actually thought he was Hispanic because I thought Mero was his actual last name, and Mero is a Spanish surname. So I thought he was Latino, but it's Merowitz. I don't know. I still find that a little weird.
I mean, isn't he Italian or something?
No, he says he's Jewish.
Okay.
I'm like, were you adopted?
Maybe.
I see his parents. See, there they go.
Hi.
I see his parents, and I'm like, you don't look nothing like them. You are very tan.
And mind you, everybody, like Jay said in the bottom, he's a motivational speaker now. Would you know what? Not for nothing.
Right, and he's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I see some of the footage on YouTube, and I'm like, dude, it's pretty freaking good. You know?
Yeah. But next up, in 2015, this week in wrestling history, after allegations of bullying, Bill DeMott resigned from his position as head trainer at the WWE Performance Center.
Right.
This. You remember when this broke?
Yeah, I remember seeing like stuff about it. How he used to like treat the rookies like shit, verbally abuse them, even physically abuse them. Yeah, it's pretty freaking crazy.
I mean, even a guy like Kenny Omega, he abused, or like he verbally abused to the point because it's like I get it with some schools where they want to make you like want to see like if you're committed or like if you take this seriously, but it's also
a break.
Well, it's like you don't need to break their arms or legs or like,
their psyche.
Make them feel uncomfortable to come to training.
Yeah, it's just a little too much. Like, come on, give them. They're there. Don't discourage them.
Right.
Lift them up.
I never liked the excuse of like, oh, what happened to us? But it's also like, be the next generation of people to stop it.
Right. Break the damn cycle.
Right.
This is a business, you know,
just because it happened to you doesn't mean you have to happen, and then you have to do it to others.
It's a different time. Like you guys are all a team. Right. Everybody in the roster is a team. You're not really in competition with each other.
Exactly. And also too, if that person you trained becomes successful, you get credit for it.
Exactly. You're gonna look great.
And you want people to come to you and say, "Hey, train me like you did him." And you guess what? You get money, but no. You get blackballed, you become an asshole.
Right.
Be labeled as an asshole.
That's some jackass. He's just a jackass.
Right.
And he wasn't even that great in the ring in the way.
Right. It's like also you have all the wrestlers, you choose him.
He was a freaking jobber.
I fucking trust Glacier more than this fucking asshole.
Yeah, because at least Glacier has some sort of, skills.
Right.
It's
just insane because like there's so many better trainers out there, and then there's a piece of shit like him. But the problem is there's more pieces of shit like him out there.
Yeah, that's the thing. We just don't see it or hear about it.
Unless you hear the student that goes, I paid $1,000 and I lost all my money because, I quit because I wasn't happy with it.
Right.
That's one thing where the business needs to change, honestly.
Absolutely, 100%.
But also this week in wrestling history, in 1998 in Hope Mills, North Carolina, the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, are awarded the NWA 2000 Tag Team titles. They would vacate the titles in June of the same year when they left the promotion to sign full-time with the WWF.
NWA 2000, interesting. I never heard of that. I didn't even know that.
This is interesting. I mean, I took in 96, to being they're at King of the Ring, opening and closing the door.
Right. And also remember them with their the Omega promotion down in North Carolina that they kind of co-founded and co-ran.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know about. I never even knew there was a NWA 2000.
No, never nothing. It was that was definitely the time of the year where people thought attaching the year 2000 to it might sound cool. I mean, LLD 2000.
Millennia, yeah. Mm-hmm. So stupid.
I mean, it also shows you the times.
Yep.
Because you pretty much said it. It was they're ready for the new millennium. It's no, we're not ready for the NWA 2000.
Yeah, everybody wanted that new millennium. Now look at us. We want the 90s back.
Oh, God. All right. Let me get the next one. In 1999, Kurt Angle makes his WWF television debut on Sunday Night Heat when Tiger Ali Singh, called him into the ring. Angle in the crowd to watch the show was offered $5,000 by Singh to blow his nose on the American flag.
I remember that, yeah.
Angle agreed, but when Singh had his back turned, Angle instead blew his nose on the Indian flag. WWE have since apologized for this segment. Singh tried to attack Kurt, but was met with a suplex and then another for good measure. Okay, where do we start?
I know. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all this stereotypical racist stuff that we had to witness.
I mean,
on both sides.
I mean, I know some people have things with opposing countries and blah blah blah. That's politics, all that stuff. But it's
yeah.
Can everybody leave the flags alone?
And it's what did India do to us?
I'm not saying 1999. It's 1999. It's seriously, what could have gone on in the world?
Exactly. I don't. Yeah. It's just. Yeah. It's for me. It's such a cheap heat trope.
Right.
That I'm just glad they don't really do that so much anymore. They may take shots here and there. Canada's better than the United States, but other than that, Don Callis will say that, or Chris Jericho. Other than that, you don't see overt racism like that. Thank God.
Right. I mean, we saw that recently on the pay-per-view when Pat McAfee went off at Canada for booing the U.S. Anthem.
Dude, get with the damn program.
He knows the program, but he just can't say the. He can't say the.
He wants to be a patriot.
Right. It's also too. It's us Americans need to do better.
100%.
It's like I remember watching this segment, and when Kurt Angle blowing his nose on the Indian flag was on the goddamn equivalent of when Austin would come out when the glass would shatter. You're like, oh, here comes Austin. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. 100%.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know. Pointless.
I mean, I think I guess the positive thing was that this was Kurt Angle's way into WWE. I mean, fucking
Blowing snot on an Indian flag.
True. And
again, what did India do to them?
Right.
I don't get it.
I'm gonna ask Jay respectfully, if he can, just look up the year when Kurt Angle went to ECW. I want to know what the year's difference was. Because I remember I think he did the ECW thing first.
Could have been 1 or 2 year difference, something like that.
Okay. Because it was like you walked away from the ECW thing. I get it because he was religious, but it's like you walked away from that and you're doing this.
And like it's as
Morals.
equally disrespectful.
Morals.
Equally disrespectful. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm offended that you're making fun of the crucifixion of Jesus, but God damn it, give me another country's flag. I'm gonna go hot.
Two
96. Okay, so it's 3 years apart.
Hak Tua on the Indian flag.
Not for that. I jokingly say that, but that's like I feel like there's videos of that now.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
I know.
Next up, Ari.
In 2016, WWE Raw from Chicago, Illinois, Chris Jericho turned on his partner AJ Styles after a WWE Tag Team Championship loss to the New Day. The turn, marked by 2 code breakers from Jericho, marked the end of the short-lived Y2 AJ tag team and set the two on a collision course for WrestleMania 32.
This was one of those funny things where, oh, they made a shirt. They shouldn't break up. It's like, oh my god.
I mean, how many times we see they come out with brand new shirts for whatever, and then 2 weeks later, oh, they're over. They're done.
I will say from a merch stand, everybody's very fast on making merch.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as something like pops, it's immediately made into merch.
It's already being promoted on their social media. Like,
exactly.
It just happened.
I mean, when the Jey Uso thing, when Yeet was trademarked and he couldn't use it for 1 week.
Oh yeah.
And then
the blurred out shirt.
God awful. My eyes still hurt looking at that.
That was so stupid.
When Braun Strowman said, "Get these hands," that they made a shirt like the week later.
It's just they just jump on it and they'll run it to the ground.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, keep it up. We'll have an update on merch if we ever do it. Maybe.
Beanie hat,
T-shirts, buttons, stickers.
Yeah.
Not saying this will happen now, but I'm just saying keep an eye on. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'll wrap it.
Yeah. Next up.
March 8th, 1999. WCW Nitro is held in Worcester, Massachusetts. I gotta pronounce it right. Worcester, Massachusetts.
I was reading it in my head. I'm like, Worcester? But no, that's not it. That's not right.
Kevin Nash at the time was in charge of booking the matches and the show, and decided that for the first hour of a wrestling show, there didn't need to be any actual wrestling. Instead, there was Ric Flair talking to Arn Anderson, Kevin Nash talking to Hulk Hogan, a Conan rap video, and a Lex Luger highlight reel, among other segments. Thankfully, in the second hour of the broadcast, there were some matches shown, although the main event saw Ric Flair and Goldberg fight to no contest draw.
Can you imagine tuning into this? And the first hour is just all that, and then when the second hour starts, you get promised, oh, Goldberg versus Ric Flair, first time ever in the main event.
I mean, you kind of see it happen now sometimes with these shows with WWE. First hour is just talk, promos, vignettes, and you're like, yo, there hasn't even been a match yet. That's my biggest argument.
There used to be a thing about the TNA used to do talking segments. It'd be like, it's total nonstop action, and we have 45 minutes of talking.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. This isn't a talk show. This is wrestling. We came here to watch wrestling. Yeah, I don't think I watched this episode. I think I was just strictly watching Raw, but I'm sure a lot of TV switched over that night.
Oh, after that first hour, yes.
After the first 20 minutes, maybe like, oh, what the fuck?
And enough for nothing, Ariana. This sounds like a bet. Like I bet you could get away with writing it 1 hour of no wrestling and just let's just see how long people stay.
Yeah,
for.
I think so too. It just seems like come on, Kevin, do better.
Because Kevin's a troll.
He is. I love Kevin Nash for that. He is such a troll. Like, come on.
In today's world, he's on the right side, or at least for us, on the
He
right
is.
side of the world.
He is on the right side of the world. He really is.
God damn, he's such a troll.
He's hilarious. Sometimes I'll tune into his podcast and I'm like, yo, this guy is hysterical.
Oh, he doesn't care either.
He does not give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Next up, oh my god, I can't. In 1996, ECW Big Ass Extreme Bash is held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The show was the last appearance of Cactus Jack McFoley in ECW before leaving to become Mankind in the WWF. Foley defeated Mikey Whipwreck with a pile driver on a chair, and after the match was given a standing ovation from the crowd before dancing out of the arena with Stevie Richards. This is a funny clip I've seen so many times where
I know.
He's always like, I want to bring out the creative geniuses behind everything, and people think, oh, he's going to bring out Ty Gordon and Paul Heyman. But no, it's Stevie. It's Big Daddy Cool Stevie Richards and the Blue Meanie. And then they do the horrible Fargo strut out the arena.
So good. Hilarious.
I mean, it's like that just shows who McFoley really is. Like, where's like last day, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, he have fun. He's like, I'm gonna be the clown that I am.
Wow.
Such a sweetheart.
Wow. And then I'll ask you because I get you were following ECW at the time, were you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when he left, like, was there anything you knew about him going to the WWF?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was actually surprised that they signed him.
Was it just based off like what he looked like?
Yeah, like I figured, like his style, not just aesthetically, but in the ring, just didn't seem like something WWE would have wanted in their product at the time. So then, even when he came in as Mankind, it was like, what the hell is this?
But you knew like who he was.
Of course, yeah. I'm like, this is Cactus Jack. Like, what is this Mankind shit? Why is he wearing this weird mask? What the? And then like after a while, as he's cutting those promos and introducing this brand new character, it kind of clicked.
Right.
And then it worked. It freaking worked. He. I mean, this is just the sign of the professional that he is. He came into this promotion that did not ever in a million years thought that they would ever sign him.
Right. And
he made it work.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's one of the three faces of Foley. I mean, because like in this documentary, as Jim Ross famously said, like I had a fight for Mick to get in there because Vince didn't get it. Right. But
and I understand that in a way. Yeah.
But they always famously said once like Mick gets in and shows what he can do, Vince will get it.
And what he was willing to do because he would.
True.
Right.
And it's also funny. It's interesting because first night in, he gets it's the night after WrestleMania and the media program with the Undertaker.
Right.
And people can argue for that Mick Foley, Mankind is the Undertaker's greatest rival. I mean, Mick Foley definitely pushed the Undertaker, respectfully pushed him to a point to where Undertaker wasn't doing any of that stupid nonsense. They weren't flying, like they were fighting in boiler rooms, like taking themselves to the extreme where you never saw Undertaker do that.
Yeah, I mean, Undertaker almost committed murder. Yeah, I mean, even he says to himself, like, "Whoa, I can't believe this."
Even the throw off the stuff, he goes, well, "Listen, I'll do it, but I don't agree."
Yeah,
like, that's on you, brother.
Right, like this is the risk you want to take.
Fuck it.
But you know, Mick, I guess once Vince saw the different sides of him, literally, the human side of him and saw, oh yeah, he's a humble guy, he's funny, he's very intelligent, extremely intelligent man. I was able to capitalize on that when you said the Three Faces of Foley, where he was able to be Cactus Jack and do love and mankind and portrayed these three unique characters sometimes in the same night.
What?
I mean, that's a pro right there.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It definitely deserves a place in wrestling history in the Hall of Fame as well.
Absolutely.
Next up, this one's sad. In 2015, WWE announced that Conor the Crusher Michalik.
I never knew. I don't know. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name.
I'm gonna say Michalik.
Michalik. Yeah, that sounds right.
With the posthumously received the Warrior Award at WrestleMania 31.
Little guy.
Yeah, I mean the video of him backstage, like, going to the people like, AJ, stop being crazy.
It was so cute.
I mean, that just because it takes me back to when I was a kid. I'm not in this kid's condition, but it sounds like it would be a dream. It was my dream to go backstage just to say hi to these wrestlers
and meet them and hang out with them and watch them just be this kid lived the dream, and I'm glad that he got to do it.
Right.
I know who's cutting on you.
I mean, right.
Oh man, it was a beautiful thing that they did for him. That little boy's brief life, he had amazing memories, even though he went through a tough time, a very, very difficult time. But little kids are resilient. That's one thing I've learned about little kids. When they're sick, they are resilient. They're stronger than the adults when they go through it. He was a strong little boy, beautiful little boy. And, I'm sure his family is forever grateful for what they did for him.
Oh, absolutely. I think the one thing that wrestling fans always tend to forget, too, is that despite of how much the product is not, you probably think it's not doing what they think is the best or what you're not liking, is that they do cool, wholesome shit like this, where with the Make-A-Wish stuff was probably the best thing that we ever did.
The behind the scenes
stuff.
And
people like, oh, they just use it for publicity, like they just but it's like it's the nicest fucking thing you can do.
Give back to the kids. I mean, the kids are the biggest fans, right? They're the ones that believe in it the most.
Well,
so you got to give it to them. That's why I love whenever they do the Mania weekends or the big pay-per-view weekends where they'll go to schools and hang out with the kids, and they'll do fun. When they went to Puerto Rico for Backlash and they were playing basketball with all the kids,
right.
That was awesome. Or they went to the hospital to visit the kids. That was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And those kids in Brooklyn, the wrestling club in Brooklyn, man, I wish I had that as a kid.
I mean, yeah, shit.
Can you imagine sitting in class and Cody Rhodes walks into your class or wherever we grew up with, John Cena for you, Bret Hart for me.
I always used to think is my school on the bad list? Why doesn't nothing cool ever happen to us?
I know.
What the fuck did they do?
I know.
I will say this now. I mean, despite him turning heel, John Cena will still do some Make-A-Wish stuff.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter because John Cena, 1,000 wishes or 1,000,000 wishes at this point? It's so
funny how he and The Rock are the biggest heels right now, but they're the biggest Make-A-Wish guys.
Oh my god. It's like on WWE TV, they curse and just want to kill everybody. Meanwhile, they go on Fallon and they're the nicest people.
I know.
Talk about how the world needs to change, or talk about how positive everything is.
I know.
There was a thing I saw. I hope it's true that WWE is going to trademark Break-A-Wish.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I was like, oh no.
What are they going to do with that? Especially with those two now as allies.
It's going to be like a film skit. It has to be.
It has to be.
Little boy's on a thing in the hospital, and John's just like, "Be."
Oh my god!
But next up, on a more positive note, never mind. USA history, March 10th, 2013. Bully Ray defeated Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Heavyweight title in the main event steel cage match at TNA Lockdown in the Alamo Dome.
Mm-hmm.
The Alamo Dome. The biggest arena in the world, and they used maybe 25%.
I know.
in San Antonio, Texas. In the process, the new champion was shocking, revealed as the leader of Aces and Eights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's also remember that Bully Ray was married to Brooke Hogan in storyline.
Jesus Christ.
That's one of those rare times when my mom walked in the room and she was like, "Are they copying the Triple H Stephanie thing?" I go, "Yep."
God, how old was Brooke at that time? She was still super young.
I want to say mid-20s.
Yeah.
It's also
If that.
You want to tell me the daughter of Hulk Hogan's about to marry a Dudley boy?
You gorgeous ass Brooke Hogan.
Yeah,
Yeah, how old is she now?
I
Brooke
think.
Hogan. 36.
So she was definitely close to like 20.
Yeah, this was what, 2013? That was 22 years ago. Yeah, so she was.
Mid-20s. So.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Wait.
I did the math wrong. 2013.
The math
That
ain't
was 12
math.
years ago. That was 12 years ago. My bad, guys. Sorry, it's Sunday.
So
Yeah,
she
she was
was
24.
Yeah, she just became a mother. I think she's married to somebody in the
Yeah,
NFL.
she did. Yeah,
I
I believe so. Yeah, there's a picture. She had twins?
I was about to
Oh,
say, I think she just had twins, yeah.
oh my goodness. She
Stay,
looks so different now.
stay away from Grandpa.
Bro, she looks so different.
Yeah. And I think, like
Did she do to herself?
wait a minute, facially?
Yeah,
I mean, let's also be real here, Ari. She's the most normal Hogan.
she is. But geez, her face, like her lips, her nose, everything looks different.
Just slim pickings from
She's
from the Hogan clan.
She's like, I'm not trying to look like my dad anymore.
I'm not trying to look like my mother anymore that my dad has an attraction for.
Okay,
Anything on this though? Like, do you even remember Aces and Eights, or like, are we out of the loop?
yeah, I was kind of out of the loop, but I've seen footage of it. I don't really have much to input.
A guy from Brooklyn, New York, is a biker.
Yeah, I'm so fond of Bully Ray.
I mean, also too is like somebody definitely just binge watched Sons of Anarchy.
That's what it is. They were riding off of that. Everybody was riding off that Sons of Anarchy trend. My God, everybody thought they were bikers. Everybody, people buying Harleys for no reason. You're like, do you even know how to ride?
Because I remember like people would make a big thing out of this whole thing. It's like, oh, Jeff Jarrett's going to be the leader, or like we got Mac Morgan involved, or like it was like
Jeff Jarrett would have made sense.
Like the rumors around it made it seem more interesting, but actually it just was shit and was continued to be shit. And then once you add like Eric Bischoff's son involved, it's like, oh, it's buried, it's over.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I didn't know that. His son?
Garrett Bischoff.
Who?
That's Eric's son, Garrett.
I didn't even know.
And Wes Briscoe, I think the son of one of the
Garrett.
Yeah, it was Garrett Bischoff, Knox.
Oh, I see here. American Professional.
Luke Gallows, yeah, Mr. Anderson. It was a weird faction. D'Lo Brown was a part of it.
A good-looking kid.
Who, Garrett?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Eric Bischoff is not an ugly man. Obviously, he is Ken Dollish, and
with that creepy smile he does.
Damn, his son is. All right. Anyway, moving on.
I was about to say, do we need to put a censor bar? What the hell's about to happen now?
No, I wasn't expecting that. That was my reaction the first time I saw Randy Orton. I'm like, Cowboy Bob's son, really? His son wrestles? So I was like, oh.
Ariana was about to go bow chicka wow wow.
Bow chicka wow wow.
2014, this week in wrestling history, on WWE Raw, the famous Occupy Raw segment took place. Daniel Bryan took over the program by filling the ring with genuine fans. Okay, I guess that's supposed to be another term for like shoot fans.
Genuine fan.
From the crowd supporting his shirt and chanting yes, yes, yes. He refused to empty the ring and let the show carry on until the Authority agreed to grant him a match with Triple H at WrestleMania 30, with the winner being added to the Randy Orton versus Batista Undisputed WWE Championship match main event. This was definitely one of those reactionary things because your favorite quit, but
yeah, right.
But that was when genuinely all WrestleMania plans were up in the air at that point. Because I
Okay,
think
imagine.
it was supposed to be Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. It was
Right,
supposed to be Triple H versus CM Punk one-on-one on the show.
right.
And they thought that Batista coming back as the conquering hero to end Randy Orton's reign was the plan, but no. Everybody genuinely wanted Daniel Bryan at that time to win the title in the main event.
Yeah, I remember like just how unanimous the fans were about that, and they were correct.
Yeah.
You know,
But the thing was too is like, if you're Vince McMahon, like how can you not hear the fans like take over the arenas with the yes chants? I mean, and then they even
right?
tried like once they took Daniel Bryan out of the picture with doing like the Bray Wyatt storyline, they had the Big Show in there, and then the Big Show going yes, yes, yes. It's like just because you change the person doesn't mean
Right.
it
The
works
fans
as
are gonna be
well.
like, "What the fuck are you doing? Where's
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan?"
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. That's a sign sometimes that Vince was just so pig-headed about things. Like it was his way or the highway. Fuck what the fans want, even though
Right.
they're the reason why your show is on the air right now.
Right.
Give them what they want.
Like it's not so hard.
Yeah.
Like don't if people are like holding money in their hand and saying Daniel Bryan, and you go Batista. It's like
No.
what?
Like no, Daniel
No.
Bryan, take my money. Daniel Bryan.
And again, it sucks for Batista because he was at a time when he needed money. He wasn't,
I know.
and it's
But
like the timing of it was not all great.
well, listen, it worked out in the end. Especially for Batista. Look at him now.
Yeah.
You know?
But the funny thing is about his run at that time was that WWE didn't give a shit about his Guardians of the Galaxy movie because he was like, "Oh, let me go away for a little bit, go do the premiere, and then I'll come back and we'll do a program with me and Triple H, blah blah blah." Like the thing like he wanted to do later on at WrestleMania 35, but they famously said, "Oh, like who cares about the Guardians of the Galaxy series?" And then of course,
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy exploded, and WWE had egg on their face again. It
Yeah,
was
they
like,
could have capitalized off of that and made real good promotions for it and made money off of that.
right, but nope,
Yeah, that's how it
nope.
did.
They're stuck in their ways.
Stubborn old man.
Nope.
Yep.
And then lastly, on the episode of AEW Dynamite, the MJF officially left the inner circle, aligning himself with FTR, Tully Blanchard, and Sean Spears to create the Pinnacle. This was one of those year-long storylines where, with Jericho, that it actually worked, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I mean, remember, I know a lot of people are still like mixed on it, but I remember the fucking. I don't know how you call it, the singing thing with Jericho and MJF.
Oh, yeah. Their little show tune. Yeah.
Right.
That was so random.
I think it was an MJF idea because it's like, why don't we just do like a singing thing?
Yeah, because MGF is always looking for an excuse to sing. I mean, the dude can sing.
Yeah, it was to show off like listen, I can wrestle, I can talk, also I can do other things too.
I could sing, I could dance. I remember he wanted to be an opera singer when he was 5 years old.
Yeah, was it that he said on the Donald show?
It was so cute. It was just MJF shrunken down.
You know what I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see MJF in the new Happy Gilmore sequel.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. Because those little clips we've seen so far, like those little behind the scenes clips where he's just yelling away, I'm like, oh Lord, he's just playing himself, isn't he?
And it's interesting that he's not the son of Shooter McGavin. He's the son of Happy Gilmore.
Right, you would think he would have been that character's son.
Like Shooter McGavin Jr. would be perfect for him. But no,
yeah.
I mean, not for that. It would be great to see him on screen because I know with the Von Erich movie, he didn't even get to be in the final cut.
Right.
I was like, what the hell was the purpose of him doing that? I guess just to get his name out there. But
yeah, he still got producer credits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Very odd.
Yeah. But that's it for this week in wrestling history.
Yes. Interesting episode.
What a chaotic episode. Probably the most chaotic ever. And,
all over the place.
I mean, we talked about like managers and fellas. We did cover a lot of them, but it's also like, what else is there really to cover?
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned them all and the roles they played, and that's it. It was a simple, straightforward topic this time, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it takes you through a lot of different avenues of professional wrestling, because you see them who became wrestlers and then now they're managers, or were started as managers and then became wrestlers, or became ring announcers, or became, referees. Like, it's just it's a big world when you think about it.
Yeah. And that's what's special about this show, is that we're not really we don't have scripts. Like, we don't follow any guidelines. We just sit here. We say, okay, what's the topic for the week? And, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little research, go from there.
Yeah, we shoot the shit.
And then when Jay has a fun game like the Hulk Hogan thing, like, we do that, and then we talk about wrestling afterwards. Because that's pretty much the purpose of this whole show.
Right, exactly. Just, bring back memories for people, or give people something new to research that they never knew about.
Absolutely. And as for the next couple of weeks, this month is going to be very crazy. I guess the appropriate word would be March Madness.
Good one.
For our show, because we have interviews lined up. We have episodes that we're going to talk off air. We'll see which one we're going to do next week. We're not going to announce them ahead of time.
Right.
But Jay wanted us to take the next initiative and go talk to people.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that responded to us is very overwhelming. But we're going to be doing one by one. So hopefully by next week we have an interview that is lined up and scheduled to take place.
Yes.
Barring anything that happens. But if you want to see who did we get to talk to and get in the hot seat to talk about their career and all this other bullshit, you have to follow, and subscribe. Tap the bell.
Right. And
on that note, our socials appear on the screen throughout the whole episode. So if you want to follow us, you can.
You can find us there.
Yeah. And until then, take care, guys.
Sit, turn, type, sit. Good boy.